Hey, what's up y'all? Gazia here. As you can see, I got a new camera. Gonna be trying and doing more videos. Today I'm gonna be going through the Machina project, which is a tune that came out on the R-Trap boost tape last year. You can check out the full tape. I'll leave a link down below in the description. But we're gonna jump into the Ableton project and kind of walk through what I did and just all that fun stuff. So let's jump over to Ableton right now. Alright, so here we are in the project. I got everything laid out. Also, if you want to grab this project file, you can pick it up on my Patreon page and check out the whole thing there as well. But for those who just want to check out the project, here it is here. I'll go ahead and play a little bit of the project so you can hear what it sounds like. Alright, so there you go. That's pretty much it. That's the end of the song. No more. It's done. Nah, just kidding. But alright, let's jump into it. So here, I got everything laid out. I usually don't organize my projects, but I figured for this video I would, so it's not so overwhelming. But I just got here basically drums, main synths, which are all the sounds and the drops and all that jazz. This Reese in the intro, vocal synths, which is a lot of granular samples that I ended up using. Other just little one-shots and hits and things like that. Effects, any Vox samples that I used, and then typically I'll go and leave anything that I don't use in an unused group, and I just store them in here, so that way if I want to use them for, you know, other projects or other ideas, I at least have them somewhere. It's always good to never throw anything away, just because you never know, it could come in handy. So, alright, let's go ahead and jump through. So we got the drums here first. Here's the main drop drums. So yeah, a lot of the heavy lifting comes from this chi loop, and it sounds like this. And all I did was just run it through some trash, and it looks like Camel Fat as well. I just have them kind of coming in at certain points. So this is Camel Fat. So then without, if I turn off Camel Fat and trash, it's just this sample that I pitched up super high, so it sounds glitchy. So then if I bring them back, kind of makes this like resonant sounding bass or something. But yeah, and then the entirety of the loop is ran through trash. And of course we've got the main kick, nothing crazy going on there. Also a chi kick. Shout out Chi, definitely check out the Chi sample packs. They are incredible, incredible packs. Let's see, more Chi of course. Got this little loop here. And then my own snare on top. Other samples. I think there was a yoy I attempted to use. Alright. Okay, anyways. So yeah, drums, all that jazz. Let's see. Lots of little one-shots like this going on. And then let's see here, it looks like the drums progress with a little cowbell action. and these are just being pitched to fall in line with the synths. So if I play it in context of the synths here. Oh, sorry. I think it's these vocal synths here. Yeah, so just little things like that. It's always good to pitch your drums. For a while, I didn't think that it was going to actually make a difference, but actually pitching drums when they need to be pitched, if they have like a tonal sound to them, it can definitely help just kind of getting everything glued together better. So that's basically it for the drums. Not too much changes throughout, except for like a build. I have this clap sample here. And then what I'm doing to wash everything out, making, you know, like the kicks feel smaller and the reverb and everything, is this Bass Clef's Easy Washout plugin. I believe it's a free, or sorry, not plugin, it's a rack, Ableton rack, but I believe it's a free rack that you can just grab on Bass Clef's website. It has come super in handy. It's great for builds, just like fizzling everything out, making it really tiny, so that way when your drops come in, it really makes an impact. So yeah, definitely suggest grabbing that tool and trying it out yourself. So let's see, let's go ahead and jump into the synths here. So in this first one here, we got these, I guess you call them downbeats, just and so that's just this patch I made. It's called the God 808. You can pick it up on my Patreon as well, and I just did some additional processing. It looks like, let's see, what did I do? I think it's all generally the same as like the original patch. I just did this drum bus here. Let's see without. Or they're not coming from that. Oh, I think it's this other one. Yeah, this. My bad. So this is the God 808. Just this nice sub. And then with this chunky boy, let me unfreeze this. So let's see here, noisy bass, probably something I just made as well. Doesn't seem like there's too much going on, so it wasn't something I went and picked up and messed about with. But yeah, so just a classic sine. I think I did a little bit of this here, kind of messing with these different bends. I don't know the correct term for this portion of Serum, but it adds harmonics essentially to your wave table, which is right here. And so you can kind of essentially scrub through these different snapshots down here. And so this is the one right here that's being used. And so when you scrub through the snapshots, that's this wavetable position. So that's just like a typical sounding sine wave, and then this is the one I used. So yeah, you can kind of like brush through or scrub through and get such a variety of sound. It's awesome. So yeah, and then I just did a little bit of noise that's being ran through this LFO here. Same thing with the level. I tried it on here. Let's just hear, just for fun. Ooh, yo. So yeah, wasn't feeling it. This sounded way cleaner. And then ran it through Stompbox distortion. Again, being ran to, most of this is being ran to this LFO1. Let's see. Yeah, it's basically it on this tab here. And the rest is just being just this, I think. Couple in LFO2, LFO2 with this band reject. So without, still a good sound, but this just kind of beefs it up. Of course, multiband, and then yeah, like I said, this Stompbox, EQ, some chorus. So here without the chorus, just makes it feel more wide. So then without everything, Nothing crazy at all. And then with all the effects back on, really makes a difference. And then let's see here, I got G-Rack. Looks like I was trying out some other distortion here with Trash. Great plugin as well. Highly recommend grabbing Trash if you don't already have it. And then some EQ. And that was pretty much it. Just rolling off some of the lows so that way that sub come through. And that's basically it for that sound. Now let's go back to the main sound in this first drop, which is this. And so this is just, I believe, the same patch that I just showed, but it's just pitched up higher. So it still has the noise, still running through the stomp box. Yeah, it doesn't look like that there's too much variation going on with this sound. It's just pitched higher, there's reverb, so without the reverb. And without Trash. Just a very whiny sine wave. So if I go and pitch it lower. Let me bring the bass back in. Sounds like that. And then with Trash. Yeah, nice and beefy. But pitching it up just sounded crazy. And then this big shot right here is just a chi sound, or chi sample. I don't think I did literally anything to it. Pitched it down a bit. Nice fat little chunky guy there. And again here, just some more chi samples that I ran through Trash. Just really channeling my energy with this track. A little DeBose sample. And then this here is just, I'm pretty sure that's the same patch, but it's just pitched down a couple octaves. So we got this, just a noise layer, and then combined. And let's see, what's this? Oh yeah, that's right, the big ol' huge. So yeah, let me open up this patch. Again, I think I pretty much just use the same patch and just add a different variety to it by, you know, using Trash presets or changing the octave or whatever. It's just like trying to use the same sound, but just manipulating it in different ways versus trying to make a new sound each time, which is what we tend to do a lot and what I tend to do a lot. Aha, here we go. Here's the big old sustained fatty. So let's check that out. This one, I believe, is a different patch. This is something I made, and I believe that you can grab this patch as well as the high frequency whine patch on my Patreon as well. So if you are interested in grabbing these patches and trying them out yourself, or if you just want to download this project and just kind of have a peek around, you can jump on my Patreon and grab all that stuff right now. So yeah, just a super long LFO rate that's causing it to sound the way it is. As you can see here. So that's happening for the level, the drive on the filter, as well as the level of the noise. Very slow. And then on LFO2, this is modulating the cutoff of the filter, as well as, of course, this filter here again on the band reject. And then same with the drive. This is being ran through this LFO1. And then it looks like we got a couple LFOs going on here. Resonance, so very subtle. Very subtle. So if I went higher, So it's just kind of pushing those high peaks into the distortion, and it just kind of gives it that more grittier edge. But yeah, if I go too high, it's obviously sounding a little chaotic. So yeah, I think that's all that's attached to this LFO. This, I wish there was a way to see what else is being attached to it. It looks like it's just like very subtle things. Yeah, nothing on here. Anyways, you can download the patch and you can check it out as well, but not too much. Oh, sorry, I just noticed right here the pitch. So that's what's causing it to go really high. This pitch right here. I don't even know my own patches. It's just a lot of experimenting and just trying things out and just seeing like what happens when it comes to this stuff. So yeah, just dive into Serum or a synth that you want to check out and just have fun. Just go crazy. Just click things around, attach things, LFOs, whatever. Just see like what happens with the synth. So, and then we got a sample here, another cheese sample that's kind of rising up with this as this fades out from the reverb. Kind of like a vocal sample maybe. So then we get into the kind of like more chill sections with the melodic content, and so I just got a Reese here. And this is just a Reese that I made as well. Very simple Reese. There's a video that's coming out that will just be a quick kind of walkthrough on how I make Reeses. Super easy. But yeah, just the default saw patch, a little bit of unison, and then a filter. And some drive typically, or sorry, distortion and compression. That's typically all I use. But here, EQ, a little bit of, oh, I didn't even use this dimension. Oh, yeah, you can't tell. But yeah, that's essentially it. Nothing crazy, super simple. And then running it through kick tight, which is just bringing some of the lows out. Typically, I go and separate the lows now, or the sub, into a separate layer. This one does sound a little dirty, so now I would go and just duplicate this and go and focus on this just being a sub layer. So I might go and change this to a sine and turn off the unison, probably turn off like all distortion, probably keep that, probably keep the filter, and then just over here on the actual Reese layer, just turn off this kick tight and just roll off the lows here by turning this gain down. So together. Sounds good like that too. And then we have these granular samples that I just kind of chopped up. Super great samples. So yeah, this green one here is just being ran through this really fast delay. And again, I don't think I did anything to them. Just once again, just cut up loops here and just pieced them together. Same with this one. And again, nothing crazy. It's all just being ran through my G-Rack. This was when I first, I think, built the rack, and I was just throwing it on everything, just seeing like what would come of it. More samples here. Yes, and then this was a pitched one that I did. So I just did a little transpose ramp, as you can see here. And then same with this Reese. I just did the same thing, just did a little pitch ramp, ramping it up and pitch for the build. And yeah, let's see, what is this? Okay, so another sample, looks like a vocal sample, and I just went and ran it through some auto-tune. I don't know why I have two auto-tunes on here, but hey, try it out sometime. If you have auto-tune and you also can grab this one, M-Auto Pitch, which is a free auto-tune plugin. So definitely works for, you know, if you're on a budget and you want auto-tune. M-Auto Pitch is definitely a good alternative if you're not able to drop money on Antares. But yeah, I went and put on both. I think it kind of changed it differently because they affect the sample slightly different, and so it kind like one would catch certain out of tune pieces that the other one wouldn't, and so I think that's why I kept both on. Very interesting. I definitely suggest trying this out as like an exercise or something, but pretty interesting stuff. So yeah, just this, and then without auto tune. Sounds horrible, right? And then I got that, and in context, I hate how you have to reset the pitch envelopes inside of MIDI. I hope that they make a fix for that. So I gotta... Okay, now that I've played it. There we go, now it's easy. Yeah, let's see. Kenny? What's this? Okay. Let's talk about this. So, this is an effect that I went and stretched out. Just Kenny Beats Effects sample. Pretty sure it was from a free pack on Reddit on our drum kits. Something like that. Tons of great samples if you're looking for free kits and stuff to just grab and mess around with. Definitely suggest checking out our drum kits. So yeah, just went and stretched this out, made it all granular sounding, pitched it up, and I believe, oh, I didn't roll anything off, but just lots of reverb, nice texture for the beginning, and just automated the panning. I love panning shit back and forth, making that kind of like 3D space with effects and all that jazz. And yeah, again, same samples here in the beginning. Just kind of tried different ones. And this one's ran through Trash for that more distorted, kind of blown out effect, as well as a little bit of overdrive too. So without, and then without Trash. Oh, sorry, Nectar. I don't know why I said Trash. So it's just overdrive. And then of course build again. Oh yeah, let's talk about the vocal. So this is a vocal from a special request sample pack. Definitely suggest checking out this pack as well on their Bandcamp and their music in general. Super sick stuff. So it's being ran through a frequency shifter, which is causing it to sound like that. This is without it. Cause they're always putting up clash and cannot face clash. And then with. Cause they're always putting up clash and cannot face clash. And then a check sample ran through BitSpeak, another great plugin for vocal stuff. Definitely suggest checking out BitSpeak as well. Super sick plugin. Let's see, I think that's it for vocal content. So I believe that's basically it for the project. I mean, there's like this outro bit here, but it's just, again, more of these oversampled granular samples that I cut up, just kind of writing out into the sunset. And then we got this little art, a little fantasy feeling. see, and I believe, yeah, it's just the 808s. Oh yeah, let's talk about these. So this whole section. So this patch, I believe I did go and change up. Made a fresh new patch for this, and look here, we got basic shapes, a little bit of this acid. Oh, acid. Really short envelope was making it sound, you know, plucky like that, and I think I just threw on chorus. No. Oh, comb filter. Comb filters are my new favorite thing. I fucking love comb filters. So yeah, a little bit of resonance, but if we go higher, makes it so sick. So yeah, once again, you know, LFO on the cutoff. You can really mess around with the cutoff and automate it for just this bonker shit. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to close it. Again, in noise, J60, I just went and kind of scrolled through and just listened what might be interesting. Again, it's just fucking around with envelopes and different things and just seeing like what sounds cool to your ear. And that is the beauty of making music, just fucking experimenting with shit. Try stuff out. If you're gonna make a resolution for this year, try shit out. Don't be afraid. And then trash again. I kind of typically just go through these presets over. Just kidding. I go through these presets over here. But when I was making this song, that was before I even knew that these were all presets. So I would just go through these different, I guess, stages and just click through. And I chose this one. This is a good one. You can just kind of click through, and it's just different. I believe it's like wave shaping and just distortion, and so you can kind of move these curves around, and that's what all these are just changing the wave shaping curves, I believe. If I'm incorrect on this, please call me out in the comments. Thank you. So yeah, and then we got some delay going on, very short delay on top of the comb filter that's already kind of causing that, like, sounds like it's inside of like a bathroom or something. And then with it, like so. Oh, no wonder I went and moved this. There we go. Yeah, now you can hear it. So subtle. Then there's this other one that's like layering this sound here, and I believe this was just a simpler. Yes. So simpler. It was just a snare sample. It doesn't even sound like a snare. Let's see. Can we hear the original? No? Doesn't want to show me? Oh, because of this? Let's open, check it out. Very tiny snare. Okay, so we're using a tiny snare for our big fat pluck. And nothing crazy to this. Literally just a sample and my good old trusty G rack thrown on there. And then together. Another sound here. Oh jeez. If I just turn everything off, just a sound. It almost sounds like the alarm sound from like Star Wars or something. That's what comes to mind. Okay, so it's this crazy reverb here. Let's just... Jesus. Okay, I get it. Anyways, so some grain delay, maybe? Is that what's going on here? I don't think I'm using the grain delay on anything. Maybe I tried at some point. Let's check this out. Cool. Okay. Well, believe that is it in terms of everything here. Like I said, if you want to grab this project and check out more and kind of do a deep dive into everything, you can grab it on my Patreon. It is an Ableton 10, so if you're an Ableton 10 or higher, it will work. Everything is frozen as well, so any third-party plugins you can go and not have any issues unless it's like serum. I think serum I left unfrozen, so that way you can go, and if you have serum, you can mess around with the patches. But alright, well, hopefully this gives you some good insight. If you have any other requests for video content or anything like that, please drop a comment below. If you like what you saw here today, please consider subscribing as well. Thank you guys so much. Once again, my name is Gazia. Have a good one.